All right, we need to talk about what just happened, because this isn't just another day in the markets. We've just witnessed a truly historic turning point for crypto here in the US. This is one of those moments that, believe me, changes the entire game. And here it is, the headline that has absolutely everyone talking. The SEC just gave a massive green light, exempting payment stablecoins from securities law. Now, this is way more than just a small rule change. Think of it like crypto just got its official passport to enter the world of traditional finance.
And what was the market's reaction? Well, it was instant and it was huge. Just look at this chart. That spike tells you everything you need to know about how big this news is. This isn't just some minor bump. It's the entire ecosystem recognizing that the ground has just shifted beneath our feet.
So, the big question is, what does this actually mean for you, for the assets you might be holding? Why is this one announcement such a massive game changer? We're about to break down exactly how this impacts the heavy hitters like Bitcoin and completely transforms tools like USDC.
Okay, first things first. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of this regulatory green light. To really get the impact here, you have to understand how fundamentally the rules of the game have just been rewritten.
So it's super important to know this doesn't apply to everything in crypto. We are talking specifically about something called a payment stablecoin. The easiest way to think about these, they're basically digital dollars. Assets built to stay steady, pegged one-to-one to a currency like the US dollar, and their whole purpose is just to make payments.
Now, what's so incredible about this is the beautiful simplicity of the new guidance from the SEC's Crypto Task Force. I mean, they've just wiped away years of confusion and gray areas with a super clear two-part test. Is it pegged to a government currency? Is it mainly used for payments? If you can say yes to both, then boom, it's exempt from those really strict securities laws.
And that clarity, man, that is everything. When you put this new guidance together with what Congress is doing, pushing for things like the Market Infrastructure Act, it's a huge signal. It's the end of that era of ambiguity that held the industry back for so long. The lawless zone, as some people called it, is officially closing down.
All right, so we have this new legal clarity. What happens next? Let's talk about the ripple effects, specifically for the two biggest players in the whole space, Bitcoin and Ethereum.
You can really see two different but equally powerful effects here. For Bitcoin, the logic is pretty simple. The stablecoins people use to buy Bitcoin are now fully blessed by regulators. That means the barriers for big institutional money just crumbled, which only reinforces its status as digital gold. And then you've got Ethereum, which is where most of these stablecoins actually live and run. If payment volume goes through the roof, some are saying network demand on Ethereum could easily follow. It's not just an asset. It's the engine powering this whole new payment system.
Let's bring this all down to earth for a second. Forget the abstract market talk and let's look at the real-world impact. We're going to focus on one of the biggest stablecoins, USDC, to see what this really means for all of us.
So why should you care on a practical level? Well, it boils down to this number. The power to send money, or any value really, anywhere on the planet almost instantly for less than a penny. I mean, just think about that for a second. That's the power we're talking about unlocking here.
This regulatory green light is the key that could turn USDC from a niche asset, something a lot of people saw as just a toy for crypto traders, into a core piece of the global financial system. It's now in a prime position to become a standard for how big companies settle payments, or just a super smooth way for you to send money abroad. We are talking about the leap to an everyday tool, something you could literally use to pay for your coffee, with no delay.
So let's zoom out one last time. Beyond the immediate market buzz, what does this all point to for the future of finance itself? Let's try to paint a quick picture of the world this decision is helping to build.
This quote, I think, just captures the moment perfectly. For years, financial innovation has been running way ahead of the rules. What we're seeing right now is that long-awaited reconciliation, that moment where incredible technology and established law finally shake hands and start working together. The friction is finally starting to disappear. And at the end of the day, the real takeaway here isn't just about rising prices or new tech. It's about what this technology actually enables. We're talking about a financial system that could become faster, cheaper, and way more accessible to everyone, no matter where you are in the world.
Which really leaves us with one final and pretty powerful question to think about. As all these old barriers start to fall and access to financial tools keeps expanding, are we actually watching the first real steps toward a financial system that is, finally, fundamentally, more fair?